Hello and welcome back to another episode of PopCulture X. And we are back in the list and we have Accept Teutonic Terror.
Except,
So back in the world of German metal. Um,
yes. Does it feel like we're cheating on other German metal bands here by slipping another one in?
in which way?
Well, giving my heart to other bands at this point.
We should go around other nations.
Yeah, yeah. Well, just as long as I just want to clarify, as long as I'm not cheating, it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Good,
We
good,
you,
good,
you
good,
can
good.
you can have multiple bands from multiple countries. It's fine.
Thank you. I just
Yeah.
don't.
It's not a pot.
Politeness is a big thing for me, and I never want to offend any of the bands that we've reacted to.
It's not a monogamous relationship with music. You can, spread your love all over.
Funny you say that. Like, I don't think we've ever massively sort of covered this on this, but uh, there is a kind of culture of that, isn't there? Almost the monogamous. I have my one band, and never shall I listen to any more. And I think probably in all of our music listening lives, we probably all have a period of that, don't we? Where I don't know, we get obsessed or something below obsession, but like an
Yeah,
easy descriptor for it. Um, and I don't know. I always find it funny now when I kind of speak to people, and it's that, and you sort of say, "Oh, what music do you listen to?" And you get the crowd that go, "Oh, I listen to everything," and I go, "Look, don't be a bull muncher. Just
yeah,
give me a couple of bands. I'm not going to judge you, maybe not, but I'm probably not going to judge you. So just give it to. But yeah, you do come across these people who go, "I listen to artist whatever," and that's it.
yeah,
And I don't think I could do that. And
yeah,
don't get me wrong, I can get very very into a band and listen to an album over and over again. But there is a cap off point where I go, right, I need a different sound, I need a different genre, I need something different to kind of
yeah.
split this up now.
And so I will usually, if one of the big bands I really like have a new album out,
Yeah,
before it comes out, I will binge their
yeah,
old stuff. The new album will then be in rotation, and I'll binge it in with the old stuff. That normally lasts for like a week or so, and then I'm like, yeah, right, done now. And then the new album will come in occasionally here and there if it's like something that I've gone, oh my fuck, this is
yeah,
amazing. But I do find myself, I have days where I will listen to, I will have a day where I really want to just listen to a band or a style of
yeah,
things. So I had
yeah.
a day at work a couple of weeks ago where it's just like, I just want pop punk. So I was like, Less Than Jay, Green Day, Bloodhound Gang, Bold and Pursuit, Blink. I was like, just that all day. So it was the same sort of thing, but different bands. But I just couldn't listen to just one thing all the time.
Yeah, yeah. I think yeah. As much as I can do that in small doses, so I could listen to the same track over and over again. Probably something wrong with me that I can do that like for a couple of hours. But there had to be a point where I then move on to something else and listen to something else and yeah, like sort of jumping around musical genres and also musical eras. Like I find that quite nice. I find myself needing to plug into another decade for a little while just to sometimes to bring the sound forward if I'm jumping forward in decades, and sometimes to follow that journey back to where certain musical roots of stuff that I like now
Mm.
was born out of. But anywho, I tangented massive there, didn't I?
Yes.
Apologies for that, because we actually are here to, as you say, listen to uh, Teutonic Terror. I had
That's
to
the
look at the
one.
other screen by accept. I wanted to say Teutonic tendencies. I don't know why, but I quite like that. We need to release a song called Teutonic Tendencies.
Yes.
So yeah, get that written, please.
So, shall we accept?
Yes. I've never heard the band before. I think you've got a history with them, haven't you?
I
Oh,
I
sorry, I
listened
say I
to
never
them.
heard the band before. You did point out that I have heard the band before.
You've heard one. You'll know one song from the
Yeah,
'80s.
yeah, yeah. But not a band I'm familiar with, should I say?
No, so shall we get some metal on?
Let's go.
Teutonic terror, we will give them the axe. We will give them the axe. String the razors, sharpen the blades, tighten the skins up, no one escapes. Crank up the grindstone, load up the sleds, saddle the horses, off with their heads. Six-string sabers, it screams in the night. War clubs pounding, living just for the fight. So we drive through the night with the howling wind at our back,
Well, they deliver their fair share of fire throughout that
Yes.
video, don't they? They like their fire and they like their tanks. Is something
Yes.
that was noticeable for me. Now, I only mentioned the tanks because I'll be honest, I was more often than not kind of watching the artist play the instrument or kind of looking at them, and it took me a long while to notice all them tanks. And as soon as I noticed them, I went, "How have I not noticed those tanks before? They're everywhere in this video."
And the giant unexploded bomb that's by the drum
Yeah,
kit.
yeah, yeah. But for a large part, I was just focused purely on the instruments and the people performing. But yeah, I did feel like an idiot when I finally noticed them.
So what did you think of the song?
I like I like it, and now I know that sounds unconvincing. I'm not sure I would listen to it a lot. I'm not sure I'd listen to it over and over again. But from what I heard there, I just go, I'd love that to be in a film or a TV
Mm,
show or something like that. I think I would very much enjoy and accept it and go, oh, I know this song
yeah.
and like it to be in something. But I think probably not something that would make my rotation and my playlist much. More so because of the vocals, which are really good, but I just not a vocal sort of style that I love that I would
Yeah.
jump into very very often. And I think I preferred the music to the vocals.
Mm,
Is the honest truth of it. And certainly early doors, I really liked kind of the bass line that was or the bass that was played early doors, and yeah, I thought it did a really good job throughout. But probably just not something that I would find massively arresting and catch me to want to listen to it over and over again.
mm. See, with Accept as a whole, they are one of those bands that if they turn up on a playlist, I'm not going to skip it, but I won't
Hunt them out.
hunt the album out to just
Yeah,
put an
yeah,
Accept album on. This thing is, I like this song. This is a good throwback 80s style metal song.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I must admit, I hadn't looked at when it came out, and I think even just from the title of it, and I thought it was going to be an older one, but you could obviously see that it was. I think it was like 2010s or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But obviously the styling of it is old school. So yeah, I did appreciate that as well.
They've been doing it since the 80s. They haven't changed. They
Yeah,
still do what they do. Um, but the biggest compliment I would give this and Accept as a whole is I would love seeing these on a festival because they're usually doing a 30 minute 45-minute set,
yeah,
and you're going to get 45 minutes or so of absolute bangers that are perfect for midday during the festival when you've got a beer in your hand and you don't want to go pit.
yeah. Actually, I could see that. I could see him being like a band I would happily listen to whilst having some beers. I think they kind of suit that for me anyway.
It's, no, it was definitely one of the Bloodstocks that they were on. I think they were on at like 2:30 on the Sunday, and I was
Yeah,
just like, I'm pitted out. It's day 4 of being of camping. I just want to stand, have a beer or two, and bang my head a little bit in a less thrashy way. I'm like, yeah, this is perfect for that. And yeah, as I said, if this came up on a play on one of my metal playlists, I'm not skipping it.
one of the big selling points for me watching them perform it in the video as well is, and I know we said this with other bands, but it's not always noticeable there. And it really stood out for me is I got the feeling they really enjoyed making this song as well. Like I could like the some of the face expressions as I think is it Wolf Hoffman, one of the guitarists, the bald
Yeah,
guitarist. Just at certain points when he's playing the guitar, like he just couldn't contain his smile, and I don't know, it's really compelling. It's really nice to see. Uh, Regardless of whether a song's for you or not, you kind of hope. The dream is that people are doing the thing that they love and they're actually loving it while they do it. So yeah, I really resonated with that with them. Although having a look through their Wikipedia quickly on the side, there seems to be somewhat of a potted history of maybe they didn't all love it and love each other at all times, because there seems to have been quite a tumultuous period of people coming and going from the band. But yeah, that really stood out for me. And I think like having the three guitarists side by side,
Yeah,
simple tricks for me. Like give me a shiny object and I'm there. But I quite liked it. Again, it shows a kind of unity, like that you're not only hearing in the music, but you're seeing it performed that way as well.
mm.
But yeah, not without its charms. But yeah, probably not something I'm jumping back to, and not something that wowed me, but didn't wow me. I could easily see it wowing other people.
Yeah. So it is perfectly reasonable and of a good quality for that sort of thing. But if you don't like 80s style metal with the slightly falsetto vocals, it's not going to be for you. But yeah, it does its job and it does it well.
Well, one of the hard sells of that as well is that uh, the big temptation would be to just go back and listen to, like, rather than listen to this one, go back to their 80s stuff or other 80s bands as they're doing it in the 80s. It's weird, like you get like, little factoids. So when this was released in May 2010, it was number 5 on the worldwide video charts in all genres on MySpace, and I just went, MySpace, oh bless. But it's saying like it was topping Miley Cyrus's, Justin Bieber's, and Christina Aguilera's, and you kind of go, yeah, go on, boys,
Yes.
get we don't see it enough, and I think the charts are generally a kind of lower end thing now anyway, but we don't see that enough. Those bands from a different non-charty poppy kind of genre getting that foothold in there. And so yeah, good to read and good to remind me that MySpace existed.
So as always, open to suggestions down there for more things to put in the list. Um,
Yeah. Any
what?
particular songs by Accept? I mean, I know I've said probably not, didn't wow me, but I'm always game to listen to some more. So if there are any other Accept songs where you go, yeah, this is the one for you, my boy, or this is the one for either of us, then chuck that in as well.
Yeah, and anything from anywhere, just down there as always.
Yeah, if you want to pick out what Miley Cyrus, Justin Bieber, or Christina Aguilera song that this trounced to go above it in the charts, then we'd even listen to that. Although I do think the first time I listen to a full Justin Bieber song on here will be the first time in my life I've listened to a full Justin Bieber song.
It'll be the first time I've listened to any of a Justin Bieber song.
I'm sure I've heard stuff. I must have, like on adverts or like just
Yeah,
on clips of shows, but no, I don't think I've ever listened to a track from start to finish by choice, I might add. But as I say, we'll react to anything. If people want us to do it, we'll do it.
yes, and as always, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and all the other YouTubey things. And until next time, goodbye.